Welcome to this lesson on Solve by Substitution. Substitution is a method for solving systems of linear equations where you isolate a variable for one equation. Substitution is best if one of the equations is in slope-intercept form, and then the other could be in like standard form. So the steps. Number one, you want to isolate the variable for one equation if it's not already isolated. Number two, you're going to substitute. Nope. There we go. Substitute the expression in for that variable in the other equation. And then you're going to solve for the variable. Then you'll use the answer you get from number 3 and substitute into the other equation. You can really use either. And then you'll solve for the second variable. So a couple of notes. If the variables cancel and the equation is equal, the system has all real solutions. If the variables cancel and the equation is not equal, then the system has no solution. Okay, so I know that's a lot of steps. Let's actually try one so it makes more sense. So use substitution to solve the system of linear equations. So here are my two equations. And like I said before, this works best if one is already in slope-intercept form because y is already isolated. So step 1 is already done for us, and we can move right on to step 2. So if y equals this expression, negative 3x plus 15, then I can use that and substitute it in for y in my other equation. So here's what I mean. Here's my second equation. I know that y equals this, so I'm going to change y to that expression. Put it in parentheses because this is an expression. And then I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to distribute that negative 4 first. I'm going to bring down my x. So negative 4 times negative 3, that's positive 12, x. Negative 4 times 15, that's negative 60. All right, I have like terms here. X plus 12x, that's 13x. Then I'll add 60 to both sides. Divide by 13 on both sides. 65 divided by 13, that's 5. So x is 5. Next, I'm going to take that 5 and use it in the first equation to find y. So I know that, I'm going to get a different color here, y equals negative 3x plus 15. I now know that x is 5, so I'm going to substitute in 5 for my x. Now you can also substitute it into the second equation. You're going to get the same answer either way. Okay, so negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Negative 15 plus 15, that's 0. So my answer is going to be an ordered pair, 5, 0. All right, let's try that again. So the next one, number 1, y equals 4, and 3x minus 2y equals 10. So this one has already been isolated for us. And this isn't even an expression, it's just y equals 4, it's a number. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to substitute 4 in for y in my second equation because I know y equals 4, so I can change my y to a 4. All right, so now I'm going to solve for x. Negative 2 times 4 is 8. Then I'll add 8 to both sides. 10 plus 8 is 18. And then I'll divide by 3 on both sides. So x is 6. We already know y equals 4, so we're done. All right, number 2. Now, number 2, neither of these are in slope-intercept form. So we need to change one to slope-intercept form, and I'm going to change the first one because there's no a number in front of y. Y is going to be easily isolated, so I'm going to choose that one because it doesn't have a coefficient. So I'm getting y by itself. I'm just going to move this 3x over. I'm going to add 3x. So y is 3x plus 4. Then I will use that and substitute in that expression for y into my second equation here. Okay, so negative 9x plus 5. I'm going to change that y to 3x plus 4 because y equals 3x plus 4. I can substitute it out. Equals negative 1. All right, so let's solve here. So I'm going to distribute. Then I have like terms. Negative 9 plus 15 is 6x. Then I'll subtract 20 from both sides. And then divide by 6. So negative 21 divided by 6, that's negative 3.5. Okay, then I can take that and substitute back into my first equation for x. So I'm using this equation and I changed my x to negative 3.5. Okay, so negative 3 times negative 3.5, that's positive 10.5. And then subtract. 4 minus 10.5, that's negative 6.5. So my final answer, make sure you write your x coordinate first, 3.5, negative 3.5, and negative 6.5. All right, you can stop the video now and complete your practice.